Hey, this is Mike from Reelblack TV, and with us today, honor and privilege, Lavell Crawford.
Right on, man. Good to see you, Mike. Good to see you after
been
6 years, man.
6 years. We were literally in the other room 6 years ago, and a lot has changed.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you had a kid.
Yeah, he's 6 years old now. Yeah, he was. My wife was pregnant with him when I did my special Can a Brother Give Some Love. She was sitting in the audience pregnant with him.
Okay, wow. Okay, and so I'll reach over because we got my signed DVD. Brother Can Get Some Love on Netflix, killing it.
Yeah,
there's always high rating on my thing. But so a lot of other things have changed. I mean, election and Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. I mean, but. I just saw you on Vlad TV.
Oh, yeah.
And he took all the damn questions. Vlad, you had this man on, did they lock in a room? An hour and a half.
Yeah, he was, he had me, and it was almost like I was sequestered. And
I know he'd be interrogating brothers.
But he was on a video, he wasn't even in there. He was on a video screen talking to me.
I need to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I love
I like it how you do it. It's more personable.
Did it feel like you were like on the first 48 or something?
Yeah, like I was snitching.
He'd be catching people.
I played a snitch. I'm not a snitch.
All right, you won't be on court. Well, Breaking Bad, of course, and Last Comic Stand and Comic View.
Just did a Better Call Saul episode.
Better Call Saul, another Netflix chumpy chump.
Yeah.
So, welcome back. Welcome back. So the goal here is to have a conversation with you, but not repeat a lot of the stuff that you talked with Vlad on, but I loved your set, man. You killed it today. I have to say, go see this, man. You touched on things. You have a really interesting perspective on stuff, and I love how you cover your topics and put a spin on it.
Yeah, I guess growing up, and being a grown man now, grown men, we get a little surly, we just tell the truth, I mean,
no filter,
man. I think that's where I'm at. I mean, sometimes you get it later on, like you're 60. I think mine came to fruition already. I think I'm right there.
Well, is it like knowing yourself or just not caring about anybody else? I think
it's knowing myself and understanding people are just riding on some crap. And not trying, it's okay to have feelings, and we all, I don't have thick skin. I take things so hard that I see on the internet. I be mad too, but I grew up in a tough world. The things I talk about the taking baths and my mother whooping my butt and growing up, with meager things, but we survived with less and still had leftovers. Christmas come, we get one thing that we wanted for Christmas, we celebrate. My son they got these fidget spinners out now.
Oh, yeah.
He done got almost 15 from his dad. I done got 15. These suckers was hard to find. I ordered them from Amazon, eBay, then they had them at Walmart. Then he got them at the grocery store now. That's crap now. But it's fun, though. It gets you hypnotized. But it's for kids with autism. He don't have autism. He just a little kid. He's too damn smart to have autism. Not calling kids who have autism not smart because they are very intelligent. I met some wonderful kids that had autism, and my little cousin has it, and I think they're beautiful people, man. They just need a little time. I think I got some kind of learning disability because I ain't that bright all the time. But my son, he's as smart as a whip. He's too smart.
Well, it's making being different cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's important. It's okay to be different. I think I was talking about some things on Vlad TV that people got upset about, and I wasn't putting nobody down. this world, being a comedian, you got to understand shit is funny. And if you don't understand that, I've been a fat guy. I got a weird shape ass head. God gives you these differences and these different choices to make you the person you are. Right. And if you worried about what somebody think of you, you're not going to live long. You're not going to enjoy your life.
Yeah, and nothing's promised. That's the other thing. So
people want to believe in unicorns. They ain't a fucking unicorn. If it was a unicorn, I ain't supposed to cuss on that.
You cuss all you want, man.
I said, if they had unicorns, other horses would make so much fun of these damn horses until the one unicorn just snaps off and just take his home and kills the horse. Now you're up for murder charges.
Wait, how did your mind go there?
I don't know, man.
I just see a unicorn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We never seen one, but if you was a unicorn, you know people. Look at this dude with a horn
Just
in
a
his
little
head.
different. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, we're talking about 6 years ago. And then the Vlad, I mean, I love the Vlad interview, so go watch that for sure. Very enlightening. Just in terms of, like, one thing that stuck out to me was how you said, I wasn't going to go with what was necessarily selling in the comedy market when I started. Like, I was going to come out with my own name. I wasn't going to do any gimmicks or anything like that. Yeah. And now, fast forward, so many years later, you sign out shows and...
Well, yeah, longevity is an important thing and staying relevant to people. I got young people that they said, my mom, I grew up watching you. I was a little kid watching you. You know what I'm saying? Now you're a fan and a paying patron. That's a beautiful thing, man. It's a blessing God gave it to me that you get to see me grow up. Man, I feel like, I feel like, that Bill Cosby vibe, not the drug part of getting women in the bed with drugs and stuff, but... I mean, but that talented part of Bill Cosby, like, hell, because I would love to be a juror. I mean, I would love to be in the same house as Bill Cosby, man. That's Bill Cosby. I don't care what it is. I mean, I know he's up on date, rape, drugs, but it's Bill Cosby.
They're picking the jury right now. You got a shot. Stay here another week.
Yeah, I might hang out, but on the same retrospect, it's like, you got people growing up to see you, and I like them to know my name. And the thing about was weird that I thought it pissed me off because people never got my name because it was real simple, but they got my jokes, and I thought that was a beautiful thing. That's when sometimes a writer who writes a book, I don't know you, but I read this book, the book that you told me took me on a ride. Like Stephen King, Stephen King, but then his books like It and Pet Sematary. You remember these books, and then he made them into movies like Carrie, And I mean, your creation is what you want. Like my son, he's my best creation now. Even though my jokes are there, I see him growing up, and I'm just like, man, I made him with his mom in the bed, and she wasn't drunk. We both was nasty and no condoms. And look at this beautiful thing we made after all this in dirty bed sheets.
Wow. Okay. The beauty of parenting. I smell like a Fatherhood Part 2 book. Fatherhood by Lavell, Crawford. Or at least a family sitcom. Are you ready for that? Or?
Yeah, I've been ready for a long time, man. I love TV. I watch TV on the regular, man. I think it's time for them to give Lavell Crawford a moment on television and share his world. It may not be your all-time favorite Bill Cosby show, which Cosby show changed our direction on mine, but I'll bring you right back to in the middle, Bill Cosby and Good Times.
Okay. Well, I mean, here, all right. Well, so here's the thing. So we're in this Trump era, right, as we speak. It's not the Obama thing like 6 years ago, and I feel like a lot of people have anxiety. Did that change affect you or the folks that you know well or your fans?
Well, like I said before, these people are full of shit. I mean, you take one person and blame him for the world, because when Obama was president, they blamed him. They didn't claim it was anxiety. They didn't want to claim it was anxiety. We called it what it was, racism, But then, I mean, here you got Donald Trump, and I don't know what he's doing. The world ain't blew up yet. And I mean, it's, I'm not a Trump supporter by no means, but I said America's so contradicting, though. They tell a little kid he can be whatever he wants to be. Yes. And when he grows up and be it, and he's an American, you get mad at him. Donald Trump had his right to have views about Obama. Obama has his right to say what he wants about Donald Trump. That's what makes this world the way it is. But now people are mob rules. You son of a bitch, you wanted Trump. And you got some idiots out there because they know that it affects you. Anytime someone does things that bother you and they keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that it is really important.
Yeah, but I feel like, racism's always been there. But maybe
I'm not talking about racism. I ain't talking about
just
racism.
The way people feel.
The thing about it is we both know you're a very, very intelligent man, Yeah, and I'm sure that you have white constituents, white colleagues that you work with that, in the right format, the right moment, you find out what their views on racism is. And then you think about us as black people. We are very racist people. We talk about every race like we're most better than them, but every race is racist.
Okay.
Mexicans look down on black folks. Chinese try to look down on. They're all racist in their own kind of frame of mind. We all are racist, and then we want to think because a white man says it, he been that way. And of course, they were slave owners, and they did a lot of dirty crap, you know. And we gotta they gotta live with that the rest of their fucking life. Where we, you know, we can't ride on that word all the time. Of course, it's racism, but racism sucks. It sucks. I hate that we have to be treated this way, but you know what? We done made it with the race, and racism made us some bad mama jamma.
Well, speak to that, because I think it's I think the thing that it's sort of like out in the open now. It's like on the news every day, just more blatant, more overt. Like politically correctness is
only
going out the
reason
window.
it's out in the world more because there's more camera phones.
Okay.
It was been there.
Okay.
1960 with the riots, 1950 throwing people out of the restaurants, people trying to stand up for what they believe in. It's been there forever. You go all the way back to 1900, of course. I mean, back then, it's been there, but in the same influx, you got black people demeaning their own self. Doing things that you be like, what the hell? Why is this boy walking around with his pants hanging off his ass? Why you wearing a girl outfit? Why, where the men at? I ain't saying you because you gay, you ain't no man, but you could be gay and still be a man. I know some strong gay dudes that's gonna whoop your ass, and they men, and you won't even know they gay until you fuck up. You see him out with his date or his boyfriend. But the thing about it, I'm talking about is the level of manhood, of being a man, standing up so a kid can see a role model.
Let's talk about it, because I want people to feel empowered.
Yeah.
Because we're roughly the same age now.
Right.
And it's it's a different era. Like, I don't know. Like, you have young fans, like you said. Like, in the comedy world, you had to navigate between two worlds. It's almost like we're given license to choose. And like I've been talking to a lot of kids lately, and like when it was the 70s, it was Black is Beautiful. In the 80s, it was I Am Somebody. Now it's Black Lives Matter, and it just seems like, the narrative is like, wow, they don't even want us to exist.
And the thing about it is do we want to exist? Do we fight it? Do we got so programmed that we think that we don't deserve to be here? Because these young people, it's something I know that it's hard to fight because you don't know who you're fighting. And I feel bad, but you still stand up and be strong as an individual. It ain't just black, because there's a lot of black that ain't your kind that's out here trying to destroy you because they want to be on top, or they look at you like you're not a part of me. But that's okay. Everybody, one thing, we all from different tribes, we from different worlds. But I think the one thing I realized when people are like, well, all lives matter, you ain't going through it. Okay, we need to understand that we all on this earth, because I have a white friend that will pick me up from the airport on time. I got a black friend that'll come and could bring me something delicious from his mama's house.
Right.
Then I got a Chinese friend that'll help me reboot my computer. Everyone's here to help each other. And I just think to the point of we ride on that color. Because I think you're a beautiful black man, but I think you're a beautiful black man, beautiful black children out here. But I think the thing about it is black people, we sit up and want to love each other. We got to love, like I said about my weight loss, you got to love you and love your people before, because I work with Adam Sandler. I work with John Landis' son. I work with on Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. I've been on these shows where it was predominantly white shows. Treat me like a king. I work on some black stuff, and they critique everything. Always got a problem with something. Never. You hired me because I was talented. So now you want to break me down. Something that's already been made. I'm 30 years in the game. You can't kill this. And so when you try, you should if you got it's like having a beautiful rose that you bought from the florist. It's a rose. It's done. It's a rose. It's all a rose all the time. You keep watering it, it'll stay alive. You take care of it, cultivate it. It's still just going to be a fucking rose. It's not going to do nothing else. But it became from that seed to that root to that vine to that rose. It worked itself off to be that beautiful. Right. So why would you try to crush it? And that's where I think a lot of us black people, we feel like we're getting crushed. So if we get on another level, like my friend Double D, he a good friend of mine. I met him through somebody that I fired because he believed in me, but he didn't really believe in me. His heart was golden, but then he started thinking it was him. And the thing about it is, when you get blessed by people, black people, white people, I thank them all day. When I was on Anna Sandler, I thank them all day. When I'm on Tom Jones' morning show, Tuesdays and Fridays, put a little Kill on the Fat Man Corner, I give them thanks. You know, I don't never show no appreciation.
But I think it's important that we recognize as very necessary to have at least one good white friend.
Sure, all day long. Just don't let them bring no dessert or no side orders to the family reunion or to the picnic. You know, he might slip up and bring some monkey bread, and now it turned into a gang fight. Or he brings some hummus, and Grandma saying, "Who brought this baby doo-doo up here by my potato salad?" You know, just come and have a good time, because we have some good. I went to a white high school. I wrestled. Wasn't a lot of black kids on the wrestling team. I played baseball. I played football. I take jiu-jitsu right now. I got a lot of good white friends, Portuguese friends. And I mean, it don't matter. I think one of my best friends is a white dude. And the reason why we best friends today is because I don't have to see him for 20,000 years. And when we see each other, we go right back to being friends that day. It ain't like, "What the fuck you been? Man, you ain't talk to me." No. Right. I don't owe you nothing.
Well, it's one of those things. I don't know if you saw "I Am Not Your Negro," the documentary, but you know, it's one of those things where, especially growing up in the 70s and 80s, like I think the best thing and the worst thing for black people was like the UPN and Def Comedy Jam, because it gave us a voice, but it also allowed us to be ignored. Like back in the day when it was Sanford and Son, the Jeffersons,
the black president,
everybody had to watch the same 3 channels. That's all everybody got. So white people got to understand, even though it was a skewered perspective of blackness, they got to see us at least 2 or 3 times a week. Whereas now they can skip past a channel, and we can skip past their channel. I mean, do you have any thoughts about that? Or?
Well, I don't think you should be a minimalized because there's so many different voices in the black community that
of course.
Like, I mean, as far as you got an African channel, got a Jamaican channel, you know, I mean, Haitians. I mean, I think there's so many different aspects of the black culture that they never know about, but white people was skimming past us way before they had extra channels.
Well, but the converse of it was we got to know them too.
We still getting to know them because it's all in their damn history books, and they don't give a shit about us. It's all in their history books. You know, we get to look at their history all day long. We get to hear about all of them walking on the moon and all that shit, but we ain't never got to do none of our history books.
Well, they brought Roots back.
Yeah, thank you.
They brought OJ back. He got 2 movies last year.
Yeah, OJ
had 2 movies last year. One got nominated for Oscar.
Show him how he failed. Yeah, we got him again. They like to relive that so they can show how he.
Well, we got Nat Turner. They made a Nat Turner movie.
Yeah, but they hated that shit. They hated that shit.
So what movies are good? What do you watch
the movie,
right now?
Nat Turner shit. And the thing about that is black folks need to support it because I think Nat Turner was a prolific movie. That see the thing you talk about. I'm Not Your Negro, James Baldwin. I'm gonna tell you right now. The sad thing about it, it took me a minute to find out. I had to learn when I was younger to find out who James Baldwin was because. White people took his name and they became actors out of the Baldwin name. I didn't know James Baldwin. Ain't that something? So him to get this movie, 50 years later?
Basically.
And then, what was the...
Hidden Figures?
Hidden Figures, Hidden Figures. I hate Disney doing black films. I hate it because they put all they've been fucking racist with them fucking crows on Dumbo for years. I don't know if you should fly up there, Dumbo. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Well, Disney made The Help. Come on, that was a great film.
Man, man, fuck the hell. I mean, that movie was some bullshit. We always saving a white person's life, and I hate that shit. And then he feed us some shit pie. I mean, like, okay, that's a little bit of revenge, but that was disgusting.
Well, you play both sides of it.
Huh?
It's a way. It's a way to navigate through this whole system. It's a painful world we live in. You have to.
I ain't talking about. I'm talking about Disney making it.
Okay.
I'm talking about us. And I ain't got nothing against Disney, but stop bullshit. It's just like number 42, you know. And the best part of that film was when the racist coach was calling them every racist name. I didn't know some of those names that he was calling. He called them a jungle biscuit, Now I don't even know what the hell a jungle biscuit is, but I mean he was in his ass, and I was just like, man, Disney know all the racial slurs. But the thing about it, I think, anything with black in it, like we got Get Out now. I mean, it's a black horror film, and it's the right kind of horror, because that's the kind of horror that you would be, because I've been afraid to go to white dinner parties where that shit would break out. I would be always worried.
You just count, look in the room,
right,
to see who else is around.
Right, and then you always run into the one Negro in the place, and his ass is such a lost soul. Your ass ain't got no help, because this fool been gone. They got him last week. So, So all right. Well, I respect your integrity. I do have to ask why. All right, you've been in the game long enough. Why weren't you in Soul Plane? Every other comedian was in Soul Plane. Did you audition? What was that like? I didn't get an audition. I didn't even know about Soul Plane until it went out.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't get to do it, but I was there when they were stealing it. I was there when they was bootlegging it while they was filming it. So I love Kevin Hart.
Shout out to Kevin Hart.
He flew. He came like a fiery phoenix after that shitty ass movie to make a bunch more shitty movies.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I think Kevin Hart's my friend, but I think his best movie was Secret Lives of Pets.
Okay,
he was great in that.
Yeah, he's got a new one coming out, Captain Underpants. He's doing more voice work.
Yeah, my son can't wait to see it. I think the Secret Lives of Pets, he was so funny. Is that white bunny?
White bunny, militant bunny.
Yeah, that was great. You can't be with us pets. I think that was the best. But I mean, he did a good job.
All right, okay. Well, I got you here. You're talking crap about my man, Tony Rock.
Isn't it? Who?
Tony Rock. You said something about Tony.
Talk about your boy. That's your friend.
I saw him the next week. Yeah, I made a movie with Chris years ago. So
okay.
I saw Tony. When Tony was here, he was like, I just left him. He didn't say nothing about that. So, I mean, just clear the air. I mean, I sent him the clip. He didn't retaliate, so I think there's no beef. But
it can't be.
Okay.
It can't be. He got to respect me. I mean, I've been in it way before him. Me and his brother, I opened up for Chris when Chris just came off Saturday Night Live. Mm-hmm. We was close to the same age. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm older than Tony Rock. My comment is not hate. It's not even. I wasn't dissing him.
But what did you say? Or what was your point? So
I said Vlad on Vlad TV said
again, trying to set people up. But anyway, you went for it.
Yeah,
you defended it. Yeah,
I fell in it, but I'm fearless. I mean, he got me at the right age where I
look his views. Well, he got 100,000. You look at how many views we got talking about Black Lives Matter and James Baldwin. But anyway, to clear the air.
Yeah. But he told me, he said he thinks he's the next one, and I was like, okay, you haven't watched comedy, because he can't be. Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't want to. I said, I'm gonna keep it real. You coming off your brother's name and getting endorsed that, because your ass, he jumped on TV shows way faster than anybody. It wasn't that he was more talented as an actor. It wasn't that he was the stronger comedian either. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I said about Chris Rock, I said he's legendary to a point of he's a wordsmith. Mm-hmm. And he practices shit before he gets up there, which is a logical thing to do. I mean, like me, I'm spontaneous on stage, and I could talk about shit that come to my head and bring a subject up out of him. Some comedians can't. you know. And then he came because Chris Rock is very funny. Like he was talking about the White House the other night. He was talking about, he said Stevie Wonder was there. He took Herbie Hancock's song and he put an extra amount of blind on it. And I thought that was so fucking funny. And I think Chris is hilarious. I don't get me wrong. I think Tony Rock was on the show when we was in Dallas, what he was talking about, and he did a hell of a job. But
But there's privilege there, is what you're saying.
It's
like it's a little harder.
Man,
it's a little harder for you to.
Let me tell you something. You can get motherfucking mad. We can talk person to person, man to motherfucking man with it. I mean, he's my friend, and we did a play together. And the thing about it is, nigga, where I started at, you wouldn't have wanted to go. Understand? I done some juke joints. I done some redneck Billy Bob bars. I done places that I had to do 4 shows at a redneck bar where them motherfuckers was whispering nigga around me, and they were trying to be respectful. But they was saying it, and I barely got my money because the fucking guy I was working with got in a fight with one of the Billy Bobs, hit him in the head with his guitar. I had to run out, but they said, "Get the fat nigger." I said, "What did I do? I wasn't even doing nothing. The white boy one hit you." I'm trying to get my Nova started, old Chevy Nova, trying to start the car up, big ass black puff of smoke coming out. Car wouldn't go over 60 till it got warm. I was scared to death. I had these Bigfoot trucks chase me, and I think they just laughed at me how shitty my car was. They just left me alone and passed by me. And I was like, thank you, God, because I ain't want to die out here in the cornfield. But I did places like that. I grew up in Missouri, understand? So, and then I wasn't dissing Tony Rock. When you say you the next one, man, his comics out there, his comics that get privileged because somebody say their name. Man, I've been busting my ass for years. All the credit I got is because Lavell Crawford put them down. Ain't nobody gave me shit. Nobody talked good about me. And then Chris Rock, like when I interviewed Chris Rock, when I was on there with Tom, and I said, "Hey, this is Lavell Crawford. I'm a comedian too." He said, "Oh yeah, the Breaking Bad guy. Breaking Bad motherfucker. When you see me on everything, you got to fucking kidding me." But I didn't hurt. I didn't be. But he at least knew me. And I was honored. But Adam Sandler knows who I am. See, that's how the thing about us black folks. We don't want to know. We don't try to know somebody that we think because we here, we forget about somebody that is there. Don't act like, you know, you wouldn't be interviewing me if I wasn't that damn important. You know, I'm not super important, but you ain't gonna fucking sit up, put these mics up for okie dokie. Well, you know, and you know, we did it.
We have history.
And we have history.
And this channel's about people. It's not even like unsung. It's just people. I respect artists. Yeah. And from the very first time I've seen you perform,
and I believe,
I know you're an artist. I know that you've been putting the work in. And I tell the truth. And it's not easy. And it's
not easy to tell the truth nowadays. Okay. Because you running me off. See how I'm saying?
Go for it. No.
When I said on stage. When I said no. I know you got mad. You ain't get mad. But I'm saying when I was on stage and I said how nowadays when you say something, people just let it ride, which Tony did. He was classy enough to let it ride because I'm not even dishing you now, Tony.
No,
I got mad love for you, bro. It ain't it never worked. We worked together twice. Matter of fact, we did a film that he did.
No. I mean, all right. So clearly, I talked to him, and he was like, "Oh, I just did a show with him."
No, I know you.
And he's like, "Send me the link," and then he just said, he's like, "Oh, that's cool." You know, so it wasn't like people, you know.
I can see, right, he would have been mad. He would have said, did something on
But, you know, it's like, you know, but he does have a competitive spirit. Sure. And he does want to, like, it's like, you know, Twitter beef is real easy in this day and age.
No, you come with it. We be on stage, you want to work that motherfucker. If I make you better by my critique, dude, I get criticized on a fucking regular basis still. Right. And I done improved myself.
Right.
And I still get critiqued.
So where do you want to be? I mean, are you happy here, or you see more opportunities? Like when because we all have like, it's like a moment when you like, I don't know what the moment was for you where you say, wow, I could have this, and then you still have that in your mind, but you're still doing your thing and you're building your family, you're working shows, you're paying the bills. But where ultimately what does America, the world, not see in Lavell that you know is there?
Well, starring role in in a couple of movies, a sitcom that played for about 7 years. That's all I want. You know, I want to sit back in my lake in the back of the house. Mel Tiller said this. Him and his wife sitting on the porch, sitting back in a big old house with a 15-acre lake. I love fishing, full of bass and all kind of crappie, walleye, every game fish on the spectrum. And just sitting back there on my porch with my beautiful wife, and realize, and everything is paid for. My kids are grown up, and I look back at my life, and I didn't pay all my bills. Everything is done. I own property. Money keep coming in. My children ain't got to never worry about nothing else in life. I feel complete. Okay. Where everything is Lavell Crawford show. It ain't like I'm on nobody else's nothing.
You have to depend on other people to co-sign or...
Well, yeah, well, I just don't want to be under nobody's hand. I am a rebel, man. I really... When I come to comedy clubs now, it's so nice to be the headliner and not have to be... They call me Mr. Crawford, sir. Like, where the fuck are you? Well, you ain't here. And that shit is Mr. Crawford, sir. And Mr. Crawford, sir, when we expect you. I've gained that much respect, you know, and I want to get to the point where, you know, I did the arena run. I want to, you know, I've done the arena run where I can sell out the arena, sell out. I don't know about Kevin Hart did the stadium, and that's beautiful. That's big. That's big. Right. But I'm this right here. It's nothing beats the clubs, right? The comedy club, but I love theaters too.
Well, and if people were here, I'm sure at any Lavell show, it's a great mix.
Beautiful,
you know, it's a great mix, and it was sold out here. So that's there, and a long way from Chevy Nova. You're not driving a Nova, are you? So,
no. No, I got a Chevy Tahoe, and my wife got some fancy Porsche. Yeah, we doing pretty good, but I just want to get to the point where it's just like no worries. Like Tracy Morgan said, he got maybe $190 million, and life was good. And even though, you know, can't remember stuff all the time, life is good. Yeah. Either I get hit by a Walmart truck or I make it on my own. No, I'll just play it. That's my man. You check out his special on Netflix. Fucking great.
It is brilliant.
Thumbs up, Tracy.
So just words of advice. I mean, for people, you know, it's a little different now. Like I said, there's more outlets, you know, but for people that just, I would say, phrase it this way, that want to make art and not lose themselves.
I believe you should choose your outlets like you choose your friends. I mean, don't do everything. Like comics, get the fuck off the internet. Come to the club. When you looking at somebody in their damn face, you know if you funny or not. That makes you better. When they fucking come at you and, you know, or they not laughing and you see them not laughing, that just makes you want to go harder. I mean, doing a video of you just bug-eyed and stepping fidget, or, oh Lord, or doing some stupid skit of side pieces and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that shit's boring. Get out here, you know, don't talk about everything relative. Everything is not relative. Your world is funny. They don't get to see it. Unless you on Facebook Live 24/7, they don't get to see the funny, crazy shit that go on in your life. Your world may be similar, but your world may be different, and that's what makes comedians great. Richard Pryor, he talked about his heroin addiction, his crack addiction, but he talked about being caught on fire and then finding himself. He wasn't always a nice guy. Bernie Mac talk about taking his sisters, crackhead sisters in. I mean, those things that people may know about, may not. But if you can turn it into funny, that's where the money is. And don't worry about the money. Our money will come. If you're trying to pay your bills off of 5 jokes, you ain't gonna make it.
Mike.
Hi, I'm Lavell Crawford, and you're watching Real Black. And you are real black, like Wesley Snipes.
Hey, this is Mike from Real Black, and I am with
Lavell Crawford. Hey, you can go to my website, comedian Lavell Crawford, comedian Lavell Crawford, Lavell Crawford, Crawford.com.